Bienvenidos, welcome or welcome back. Today we have another episode of Classic Doctor Who. This time it is the Time Meddler serial. Seems to be a 4-part episode. Technically it would be the season 2 finale, if that's what they used to call it in the 60s. If you like my videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. I also have a Patreon. Full length is on Patreon of each episode of the serial and the early access to the edits. At a moment of blankness there. Last serial that I watched was The Chase, where we in the end said goodbye to Barbara and Ian somewhat unexpectedly, and I feel kind of cheated that I didn't get a emotional goodbye from them. They were less emotional in the 60s. I don't know. Now we're going to continue on with the Doctor and Vicky in the Time Meddler, which seems to me that would be the Doctor. He meddles in time. The Watcher. Giles.
I shall miss them, Doctor.
Who?
Ian.
Who?
Barbara.
Yes, I shall miss them too. First Susan and now them.
It's only the beginning, Doctor.
Over here.
Why'd you go on the floor?
Their decision certainly surprised me. Although it shouldn't, I know.
They didn't plan for this. It's been 2 years.
Anyway, we may land in their time one day and be able to talk over old times.
Well, perhaps, Vicky. Perhaps.
I was gonna say, the Doctor, you have the TARDIS. You could do it if you want to. Doctor can't drive that bitch.
I just wanted to ask you, are you sure you didn't want to go home too?
Well, she doesn't really have a home. Her pops died.
I made my decision. I wanted to stay. Anyway, I wouldn't have anything to go back to.
Yes, your father was...
Did you hear that?
The fuck?
Yes.
Oh. Time to do like a white guy in a horror movie and investigate.
Doctor, be careful. It's obviously a Dalek.
Would the Daleks be sneaky? Did she take off her shoe? Steven! He's alive! So the moment of being upset in the last episode where I was kind of pissed off that they didn't really use Steven to their advantage, and it kind of felt like a waste of time just to have him introduced and then die. Never mind. I hope they don't just skip over how the hell he got in the TARDIS. You don't seem that shocked. I would be more shocked.
Sorry about that, Doc.
We thought you were dead. You should have shouted.
Should have. I never stopped. Say,
How
this is
did
quite
you
a ship
get
you've got
on
here,
the
Doc.
TARDIS?
Now, there are 2 things you can do. 1, sit there until you get your breath back, and 2, don't call me Doc. Now, do I make myself clear?
Yes, whatever you say, Doc. Talk.
Apart from that, young man, I'm quite...
So far, there's been only one that can call him Doc in New Who.
You were lucky to find the TARDIS in all that jungle.
Yeah, how did you do that?
Yeah.
And how did you get inside?
Well, I don't seem to remember much about it. There was a door. I went through it. I must have flaked out.
I don't suppose you were. It is very small outside. It's just in here it's big.
I'm
Are
wrong.
you delirious, lady?
But what does this do?
That is the dematerializing control. Up there is the scanner. Those are the doors. That is a chair with a panda on it. Sheer poetry, dear boy. Now, please stop bothering me.
You gave this ship a name just now. What was it?
The TARDIS.
So I think the best thing for you to do is to go and find him some clothes and a cloak.
Why a cloak? I mean, why not a jacket or a coat?
Child, I think we've landed on the planet Earth.
At what point in time? Not modern day.
Something's landed on the beach. I saw it from the cliff. A large box washed ashore by the tide, probably from a ship.
Where's the monk?
It's a long way to the beach and back. What about your meal?
Heat it up in the microwave when I get back. Vikings?
Well, there you are, young man. What do you think of that now, eh? A Viking
Well, he
helmet.
fully washed up, shave
maybe.
and everything.
What do you mean, maybe? What do you think it is, a space helmet for a cow?
Doc, it could just as easily be part of a costume. If it is a time machine, I'm not saying it is, mind you, but if it is, shouldn't you know where we are? You know, your control panel?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
he
yes.
can't fly it.
Unfortunately, we have a slight technical hitch at the moment. Excuse me.
We are explorers that go where the TARDIS takes us because we don't know how to drive it.
Well, how come you chose such an unusual design for your ship? A police telephone box, is that right?
The TARDIS is required to land and blend in with the surroundings.
Blend in?
Yes, quite
It's
so.
spoken to.
That is merely another technical hitch, and the doctor will repair it one day.
Will he?
Anyway, if
Will
we're
he,
going
though?
to do any...
Yo, Mad Monk, who are you?
Come on, let's go up.
No, I think we should stay here and wait for him, like the doctor said.
Why? We've got to go up there sooner or later. It might as well be sooner.
It might as well be later. I hope they lock the TARDIS door, because this guy looks shady. Was he looking for a watch? He is not from this time period, is he? And it is now nighttime. You know what we shouldn't be doing? Exploring. Aww. Well, at least in this case, it was to survive, not for sport. Hunting for sport is sick. Did he just turn on a light? There's no electricity. Monks, plural?
Yes. It was on the beach, below us here.
Are you certain?
Was?
Positive.
Where is it?
Remember the way the rocks look?
Oh,
No,
what's this?
Me.
the doctor made friends. We didn't see him make friends.
Oh, mead. Yes,
But apparently he
of course,
made
yes,
friends.
of course, yes. You, near the coast, hmm?
Yes. While there are fish in the sea, one need never starve.
Yes.
Very true. I would say, Doctor, aren't you worried about Stephen and Vicky being out on the cliff? But they're not supposed to be out on the cliff. They're supposed to be at the TARDIS, which once it got dark, they would have gone inside the TARDIS and been fine.
You know, it seems like yesterday that the good King Edward was laid to rest. When was it?
It's the beginning of the year.
Oh, of course, yes, it's at the beginning.
Of course,
the year.
of course.
Yes, yes, yes.
I have no idea
Yes,
about
it's
this
most
history.
refreshing. Now, if Harold is king, and Edward was laid to rest at the beginning of the year, then it must be 1066. Yes, it's a bit tedious of me, isn't it? Yes. But you must have patience with an old man.
Oh, please. Sit
Oh,
down and
poor
rest
old
before
dear.
the fire.
Now, if my memory of English history serves me right, we're about to have a Viking invasion, and very soon.
That's a bad thing, I assume?
Harold came north to defeat Hardrada, the Norwegian king. Yes, now that was before he faced William the Conqueror at Hastings. It's all very interesting. Yes, that's...
Did he just throw her cup? A horrible guess. It's a recording.
Are you going to the monastery?
I most certainly am.
Lady, just go back to tending to your tent. None of your concern. And you two, supposed to be at the TARDIS.
But we're lost. We can't stay here all night.
Well, you wouldn't have been
Samantha?
lost if you had either stayed with the TARDIS or stayed at the cliff.
Why are we hiding? We can ask him the way.
No!
You don't know if it's dangerous.
Supposing you do what I say for once.
Yeah, Stephen, you're new. You're brand new to all this. Watch and learn. Oh, he sees the tracks. Who dropped what?
Hey, you.
What did she say?
Leave him alone! Stop it! Stop it, Stephen!
Well, so far, Stephen has not endeared me to him.
You all right?
Yes, I think so.
Good. Why did
got
you
it.
do that?
What was it?
The monk's watch.
Still say this is 10th century England?
Did he unlock the door? Yes. Can you say trap? Can you say trap? And there went the light, which does not look like a candle or anything, because it's just boom, boom. That looks like a light switch. Because it could just be from filming, and it actually is a candle. Remember in the, what is it, 90s, when we were all into, like, monk chanting music? The song that I still listen to. The meddling monk. That is not from this time zone. So, who is you? Toaster? Did he crash land or something? Does that say projectiles? Has he even spoken to the doctor, explained what's happening, what's going on? Like, he's really giddy at having trapped him, but he doesn't know anything about him, unless he does. The master doesn't exist yet, right?
Come on, you want the eggs to get cold? Go away, I'll come out when I...
Yes. Is this the next day? Hey, Stephen, you attacked first.
Stephen?
Oh, I thought Stephen was next to her.
I thought I heard somebody moving about in the bushes.
That was me. I was looking for some food.
How did they get so lost?
Ah!
I'd feel bad if Stephen hadn't attacked first, like he made himself into a hostile entity. I mean, they might have seen him as hostile regardless, but he gave him reason now.
Good morning, Father.
Morning.
Amongst fathers?
Good morning. Well, I would like to stop and talk and pass the time of day with you, but this morning solitude and study are uppermost in my mind.
I want the monk's story, and I want it now. Like, if he's stuck here and needs a ride, he should have just asked.
I starve with you. Open it.
If only you had a sonic screwdriver. What the hell was that? Is he doing drugs? Vikings!
At last. At last.
He was waiting for the Vikings? Who is this guy? Backstory. Now.
It's pretty authentic Saxon, isn't it?
Don't tell me you've actually started to believe us.
And you're pretty authentic.
We've got to get out of here.
They can see you, my man.
Will not. We can't just let them go.
Why not?
If they're travelers. Travelers? With no provisions?
Well, we can ask them now.
Why listen to their lies?
Why is he freaking out?
Nor do we have proof of what you say.
Oh. Okay, he's freaking out because he thinks they're spies for the Vikings. Got it.
Are you looking for an old man with long white hair? He said he was a traveler.
And he lied. No.
Why do you just assume he lied?
Either let us go or do whatever you're going to do, but make up your minds.
Step. Why is he so angry? Dang. Is it cause he got his butt whooped last night?
What happened to him?
Oh, he was going to stay, and then he suddenly decided to visit the monastery. I can take you.
Oh, well, it's all right, thanks.
Why did she say no? That feels more suspicious.
Thanks.
Be more
Thank
sincere. There we go. This guy. You know, if they were having problems with Vikings, you'd think they would have a lookout. And I know they're not a warrior people. It's just like a little village. But they've had problems with Vikings, so have a lookout.
But keep in your minds, this is no ordinary raid.
It
You
isn't?
are the eyes of a king.
We'll need provisions ourselves.
The first village we find will provide those.
Yes, but be careful.
So, they're going to steal the supplies, but they can't raid the village. Because it's supposed to be sneaky.
Then we can rejoin the fleet.
There's a fleet.
Good day, my children. Good day.
Hello,
Good
fake
day.
monk.
We're looking for...
Indeed. We're all searching for something. My son, no stranger has knocked on this door for many a day, welcome though they be.
What about the others?
Others?
You're the monks
Ah,
that sing at night. You know them.
I'm sure they would have mentioned it to me had they seen him.
Let me ask them.
However,
I don't believe a word of it.
Good instincts, Stephen.
Well, I'm not convinced.
That monk is a lying liar who lies.
So whatever happens, don't say a word. Nothing.
Ooh, that's asking
Okay.
a lot of Vicky. Could he hear them?
I'm afraid the answer is not the one you'd wish to
I
hear.
hadn't seen him.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, perhaps you'd keep a lookout for him.
Oh, I certainly will, yes.
Are you sure you'll remember his description?
Long white hair, a black cloak, and rather strange check.
That's it. You've got it. Fine. Thanks. Thanks
I
very much
never
indeed.
said that.
Welcome, my son.
It was pretty stupid to give himself away like that.
It's easily done.
Too easy. I don't think we've been as clever as we think we have.
Oh, now what does that mean?
Well, look, say he's the one who's tricked us. Say he gave himself away deliberately like that in order to make us think we'd fooled him.
Because he knows that we know that they know. I'll go say, where's the menfolk? But they're farming. Wasn't it supposed to be sneaky, sneaky? This isn't sneaky, sneaky.
Edith.
Did they kill her?
Get what help you can from the village.
Oh no, she's not dead.
Who did it?
Vikings?
Vikings.
Are they gonna think that the doctor's group were working with the Vikings, or just Vikings separately?
We're leaving a good trail. We'll find them all the quicker.
Oh. Are they drunk on mead? Stab! Stab faster! Stab faster! Slow. That's a sword, my man. He is pushing on a sword.
How is it? It's bleeding badly.
Is it?
The monastery's much nearer. Come on. Put your arm around me.
I take it the other guy's dead.
Follow me.
I'm starting to like the dynamic between Stephen and Vicky. Stephen's still a little too brash for me, but I'm getting another cell ready. Surprise! My man, are you seeing Jesus right now? What's up with your eyes?
It's the doctor. I think he's asleep.
And you pick an ancient lock?
Yes, what is it?
I have a wounded man here, Father. He needs help.
By all means, bring him in.
Doctor, wake up. We're here.
Is he drugged? Oh, I thought they could actually see him.
He's gone.
Seriously? That's the end? I can't watch another episode now. I gotta go have dinner. That's annoying. Well, there we have the end of the first 2 episodes of The Time Meddler. I have many a question and very little to no answers. We have Vicky and Stephen now in the cell where the doctor was. The doctor apparently escaped and is having tea at the TARDIS at this point, probably. The Vikings are here and getting ready to invade. And the monk. What is up with the monk? What is the backstory of the monk? So pretty much all we have is questions and no answers. And also, is the TARDIS not where they left it? I was a little confused with that when the village people went to the cliff and it's like the box was there. Is the TARDIS not there? Did the tide come up and it's under the water, or has it been moved? I got a little confused by that. If it was supposed to be clear, somebody can clear that up for me. If it's not there and you're not supposed to know where the hell it is, don't tell me. Just clarify for me if it's not supposed to be there. Well, thank you for joining me for these episodes. I hope you join me for the conclusion, the last 2 episodes of The Time Meddler. I will see you all then.